were seized in a gated community in Trelawny by members of the Area 2 Fugitive Apprehension Team. This included an AK-47 and M16 rifles. One known violence producer was fatally shot, and one woman has been arrested during the operation. This is a continuation of our ongoing crackdown on guns, gunmen, and gangs. Gunmen are moving uptown. They have acquired wealth and are living in gated communities. This is why it is important for persons, even in upscale communities, who see strange activities or persons to provide information to the police. Even with our improving intelligence capabilities, we need your help to find them. We can also confirm that in recent days, 3 of Western Jamaica's most wanted are now in custody to be charged for various offenses. This gun violence problem is not an inner city problem. It is a national problem. We will continue our crackdown on these gangsters who seek to cause death, mayhem, and pain in our country.
Welcome to My Opinion here on My Opinion TV. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, click the notification bell so as soon as a video is released, you'll be one of the first to be notified. And today, we want to follow up the story that we brought to you yesterday. And according to the Jamaica Observer, the police are describing the man at the center of Thursday's big gun find in Trelawny as a violence producer who has strong links with the criminal underworld in Western Jamaica. And you'd recall that 13 firearms were recovered yesterday in a gated community in Western Jamaica of Trelawny. The man that was taken out by the security forces is 36-year-old Kevin Carpenter, otherwise called PEPSI. He was fatally shot after pointing a firearm at the lawman during an operation. The operation was carried out by the JCF Area 2 Fugitive Apprehension Team in a gated community in Florence Hall, Trelawny. A search of the house resulted in the seizure of 13 illegal weapons, inclusive of 10 high-powered rifles, 2 submachine guns, and a pistol. A woman said to be the common-law wife and 3 children were also at the premises when the raid took place. Police say the deceased was on the police radar for some time. Police say he's the brother of a reputed gang leader who operates out of Western Jamaica. Well, this is a great find from the Jamaica Constabulary Force. Great work by the Jamaica Constabulary Force. And we all know when weapons like these are found, weapons are not made in Jamaica. So we would like for the police to get to the bottom of this to find out where these weapons were coming from. Based on what we are hearing is that this man, PEPSI, Kevin Carpenter, he actually sells weapon and rent weapon. Even though he was taken out in Trelawny, his ties are really connected to Montego Bay, St. James. Now, with all of this, we know some of these weapons, the police can trace where these weapons are coming from. No doubt some of these weapons are coming from the United States through the wharf, because that's a place of major concern. One of my loyal subscribers normally pens this when he's making a comment on my video. Maurice Duncan. I want to big him up this morning. So some of these weapons actually come through the wharf and some through 80. What is it in this situation to be concerned about? I will let you hear a clip from the Commissioner of Police about this situation. These criminals are gaining wealth and are moving into high society communities, gated schemes. They are moving from the garrisons and the middle income communities to the upper class communities. Now, people in these communities, you might be living beside a criminal and you don't even know, because they have acquired wealth and have moved away from the community that they create mayhem and havoc, and have come to live into gated communities where they feel safer. Because in these gated communities, more than likely, if someone is coming for you or coming to you, they have to communicate it to the persons at the front gate. So they feel like these gated communities are a place they can hide. And again, I say this morning, I hope that the police is pushing hard enough to get who's behind these weapons, to get the perpetrators, to get everybody involved, everybody that is involved in this huge fine, these huge amount of weapons being rented, being sold. We hope that the police will find them and will bring them to book. Because, let's face it, we have a major crisis in our country. It's a major crisis in our country. A lot of the criminals in Jamaica are moving away from this little handgun to these type of weapons. Look on these high-powered weapons that are there. These men are going around driving fear in our communities, driving fear into law-abiding citizens. These amount of weapons and ammunition and artillery that was found could drive fear in a complete village, you know. These are serious weapons, just like the ones that were found at Stadium East the other day. And it's just sad to know that these men are some of the nicest women around, prettiest women around them. And it's unfortunate that kids were actually there when this incident unfolded. But I hope that these kids will be nurtured in the right way, and they will realize that this is not the path to go down. I'm not sure if these kids are his kids or PEPSI's kids, but more than likely they are, because they were there when everything unfolded. How can we continue to have a society where we don't have a civil or political war, and we have guns coming into our country, left, right, and center, being sold to the average man, being rented to the average man on the street to go and commit criminal acts? A lot of people living in these gated communities are connected to gangs across the country. They just find these gated communities as a safe place for them to chill out. And people in these gated communities have to start looking out their eyes, because guess what? Sooner or later, these men are going to bring in other men inside the community and destroy it. It is just a refreshing feeling to know that so many guns are off the street. But even though 13 guns were taken off, based on what has been happening in Jamaica, a lot more is on the street. We all understand and we all know it's not the majority of Jamaicans that are criminal. The minority are the ones going around and doing these acts. Well, we also see where in St. Elizabeth the police has held on to one man in connection with the killing of the 2 Chinese people that own the supermarket. So the police are doing excellent job so far. We continue to monitor what's going on, and as soon as more information arises from some of these cases, we'll definitely bring it to you. But for now, we congratulate the members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, and we congratulate everyone that went on this operation yesterday, and we hope we can get more news like this in this new year. But let me know what you think in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, click notification bell, so as soon as a video is released, you'll be one of the first to be notified. Until next time, stay safe, look out for the children, look out for a neighbor, look out for a loved one, and most of all, keep it locked on My Opinion TV.